we're gonna farm contracts. I don't know if the higher level demons have a higher chance to drop X or Y contract. I don't really know. It'd also probably be better to do this on task, but we are still gonna try to farm out some contracts here. I'm gonna use the scorching bow. We'll have to revert the purging staff, but the reason why we're using the scorching bow is that in order to get the forfeit breath contract, you need to bind a demon or kill one while it is bound. So I'm thinking if I just scorching bow spec towards when they're dead, you know, it should be pretty easy. Um, no idea how AIDS is going to be to farm these out, but I think if I get like 5 of them, I should be ideally, hopefully good. Definitely a hard contract, a lot to learn, but we're going to try our best and see what we can accomplish here. Put all these summer pies away. Put the sand fuse away, and yeah, we're going to just probably grab some prayer pots and some range gear. And revert to purging staff. Yeah, a little bit screwed, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, I just had like a decent first attempt or second attempt, I guess. I think I did a first attempt with like no experience, but I mean a decent first-ish, second-ish attempt. Almost got to P3. I died because I got shadow first, and then towards the end where you step on the glyph and then step over the shadows, but you're walking when stepping over the shadows, I just messed that up. I guess just wasn't really thinking about it more in depth. I don't know why I'm doing this, by the way. I think we can just revert this and, yeah, then we come here and we go to fletching, and I think, like, surely we just need a magic longbow unstrung, I think, right? Do this and get a knife. Can I even make one, please? Nice, I can. Okay, cool. And then we do this. Yeah, I think yama contracts are a little bit AIDS, I'm not gonna lie. Don't even think they're that hard. I just have never done them before, and I have to do one for GM. This is like the last difficult task I have left, I guess, other than getting a piece of Huecoatl armor. But like, yeah, we just have Yama. We also have no, like, the pizza CA, which should be one and done. That one should be pretty easy. I just haven't really bothered to do it yet. And we still have reinforcements too. I keep forgetting that. So we have reinforcements, Huecoatl armor, and also Yama. We'll have to see how this goes. Let's see, am I getting calls on my phone right now? No way. Yo, Nico, how are you doing, brother? I'm just playing some RuneScape right now, and I'm doing pretty well. We're working on some combat achievements in the game, finishing out a rather long grind. Definitely not the longest, but it's definitely a little bit long. Mostly play on console. Yeah, it's not really a console game. I mean, you can play on your phone or just the computer, but it's I would honestly say it's one of the best games out there. It's not the most fancy or the most appealing, but it's definitely a game that you can just never beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not like a tower defense game either where you can just do infinite waves. It's like you could no one's beat this game, like finished everything there is to do, gotten every item, you know, and this game's been out for like 25 years, so I really enjoy RuneScape, and I think a lot of people would too if they played it. It's like I said, it's just really nicely designed. The whole idea of it. It gets frustrating, but it's also rewarding. Um, but yeah, it's a pretty good game, I'd say. Pretty good game. What do you like normally play on console at the moment? Do you do anything invigorating, or I think we actually need Lightbearer for this because really waiting for the next gen Xbox. Yeah, I kind of stopped playing console around the time of Xbox One. Like shortly after Xbox One came out, I was a big Xbox 360, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. You know, I had a Game Boy, like handheld consoles when I was a kid. I played a lot of Pokemon. I played Call of Duty, played a lot of different games. Um, but yeah, I mean, I loved console, and honestly, I would still play it. It's just I kind of got sucked into computer games and playing on the computer, and nowadays that's what most of my friends play. Is just PC. There's still a lot of fun console games. I just don't really play that much anymore. Also, most console games, like a game like RuneScape, like this game, like games like World of Warcraft and RuneScape both. Um, World of Warcraft and RuneScape both. It's like you can rarely ever beat them. Yeah, Path of Exile. Yeah, I remember you were in my PoE streams. I haven't really been playing PoE. I got a new job, or hopefully got a new job, so we're gonna be upgrading the computer for the next league, and I'll be playing. But yeah, most console games are expensive. You beat them so quick, and then they're really appealing, and they've got good stories. Don't get me wrong. Wonder what I need for this other than what I have here. Maybe I should bring an Ash Sanctifier and an Explorer's Ring. Yeah, no, I figured you were the same Nico from the Discord. I just wasn't sure. Yeah, no, I totally get that too. But the consoles themselves are a lot cheaper. The games are more expensive-ish. Like they're obviously they cost like if you get the same game on the PC, it costs more. But there's a lot more options on the PC that don't cost as much too. But yeah, I totally get that. Computer gaming, like PC gaming, is just ridiculously expensive, especially nowadays. I mean, I guess it's always been expensive, but there's still cheap options too. But it's still gonna be more expensive than a console. But you could definitely build like a good desktop for like 600 to 800 bucks. Oh yeah, you can play RuneScape on pretty much anything. Like I said, phone, laptop, anything. I'm using such an old and ancient computer at the moment. Yeah, it's a little bit rough. Um, I mean, obviously with PoE, like I can't even run PoE on this computer, but I can run RuneScape flawlessly, which is what I like about RuneScape. I don't have to have some fancy big banging computer to be able to play it. Yeah, it's a blast though. It's hard for some people to get into, and some people get into it and they get way too into it, and they get just absolutely sucked in. Which happened to a lot of WoW players recently. I mean, some of those guys are playing like 16 hours a day. Your Series X barely runs PoE. Yeah, I heard that from so many people, bro. And honestly, it kind of sounded like PoE on console was a little bit like scuffed. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I killing here, by the way? I think I'm killing. Maybe I'm gonna talk to Yama first and see if glyph drops are enabled because I haven't seen any signs above any of these guys' heads, to be entirely honest. But yeah, console PoE in general just kind of sounded really rough for a lot of people. They'll fix most of it eventually, but at least it's on console too. You know, it's kind of cool because it was originally just a PC game. Same with Diablo. Actually, I have some questions, Yama. Of course. There's something in contract about additional contracts. As outlined in subsection C, if you wish for your revenge to feel more real, I'm willing to lift some of the restrictions. Why would I want that? You seem to enjoy self-imposed difficulty. I thought I would indulge you. And if you manage to claim victory, there is, of course, a reward for each contract. Wait, what was this? Soul debt, 86 years? Victor, wait, what? I never knew any of this. Is that each death? Bro, I only play games on, at least on my PC, on the lowest graphics setting. Because it's like the only way to play them, in my opinion. Otherwise, you get so distracted. I'm not much of like a visual enjoyer for most games. D4. I never played D4. I was a big D3 and D2 player, though, kind of. I mean, I still have CD copies of, like, Diablo 1, Diablo 2. I played Diablo 3. I got Reaper of Souls or whatever. Can't even remember if that's the name of the expansion. The one where that Malthael came in. I played that for a little bit, and then I kind of stopped before D4 came out, and I never played D4. But, I mean, I kind of went through a phase of my life where I stopped playing on the computer for like 10 years just because it was just healthier to do that and better. Yeah, it was, yeah, I don't know, just better for me to not. I have no idea which one of these I'm supposed to kill, by the way. Oh, they show the contract sign when I attack them. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I just never played Diablo 4 or really most games for a long time because I just stopped playing. Yeah, I played D2 like very limited. My, does that count, what I just did there? I don't know, I have no idea. No, I got it. Glyphic attenuation, though. How does that work? I'm so confused. Am I not killing these with the right thing? Okay, let me see. Final hit must come from 200 weapon. Final hit must come from a heavy range weapon. Binding spell, D4. So we're looking for a purple sigil, but how do I activate a different sigil? I don't really get this. Like, these are all the same sigils. Bro, PoE is all around such a good game. People just have a lot of trouble getting into PoE because, the thing is that, like, PoE is a much more complex version of Diablo. You know what I'm saying? Like, Diablo is very simple. You push, like, 2 or 3 buttons, and there's not that, like, in-depth stuff to it. Wonder how maybe I have to world hop to change these sigils above their heads. I don't know. Or maybe I have to do something here too. I don't really know. It looks like there's like 5 parts to this room. Let's see if this counts. But like PoE, if you're bored, you want to invest a lot of time into something, It's a good game. Diablo is like kind of the introductory ARPG of like you don't push many buttons and it's very simple, and like there's like, at least when I played Diablo 3 there was, you know, set items and stuff, kind of similar to World of Warcraft, where it's like you basically just got the full set and then whatever you did with that full set is what you did. You know what I'm saying? Like you basically did the whole set, and then whatever it said, like if it said whirlwind as your 4 set ability or whatever, like that's what you used. You know, so you didn't have to do much research or etc. Yeah, just mashing and running pits over and over again. Yep. I got, when I played Diablo 3, and I think they removed this, but it kind of got boring when I played, because they had the real life auction house, and the very first thing I did was like the very first thing I did on Diablo was I bought for like $1, not even like 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 or 50, for like $1. What is this? For you to use spells to kill his minions. Okay, so which one would this be? But yeah, I bought like for like $1, I bought a full set of armor, and it wasn't min-maxed. Like it's not like, you know, like to compare it to PoE, it's not like I could go run Simulacrum tier 5, like, you know, solo tier 19, you know, 150 delirium maps like times 10 on steroids. Like it wasn't like that. Like it wasn't like my character was broken, but he was strong enough to just one-shot everything at the same time. And it was like, you know, I paid like $1 for it. Like probably less. It was like 70 cents. I paid like 10 cents per piece of armor, and I just got the set, and then my jewelry and stuff I just bought like cheap stuff. So when does this rotate? Are you okay? Oh yes. Maybe I have to world hop for this? I don't know. Oh. Crappity crap. But yeah, let's just try world hopping and seeing if a different world has a different sigil on it. We're going to have to try to world hop a couple times, because the average lesser demon is worth 3K. Yeah, I mean, but it got so boring so quick. At the same time, I wonder if I have to come here, use spells to kill his minions. Okay. Maybe we check a different world. I hope this isn't on a timer and I have to like come here at a certain time in the day. That would be a little bit cringe, I'm not gonna lie. It looks like that is the case, unless I just got unlucky like 3 world hops in a row. See if there's any more information. Chasm of Fire. Contract sigils. Cause a green blue to appear, indicating the preferred method, satisfying this request. Okay, so I have to kill 32 demons before this changes. I feel like I should just go get a Slayer task or something. Yeah, D3 was definitely really easy. D2 was more of a grind. D2 is like the OG. What are those numbers above my character? So RuneScape functions on a system called game ticks. And a tick is 0.6 seconds. But everything you do is based on ticks. So you'll notice like I click. the ground, but my character doesn't move instantly, or like if I click far. So like, if I put like prey melee and I click far, you see how like this square, and I'm using a client called RuneLite. RuneLite is like a client approved by Jagex, but RuneLite has a lot of plugins that'll help you kind of, I don't want to say get better at RuneScape, but if you're into PVM, they'll help you out with PVM, and even some skilling stuff a lot easier. So basically a tick, like the number just tells me how many ticks or helps me identify when a tick is passed. So like, as you can see, like each time 2, 3, 4, you know, like my true tile, which is this little square under me. The reason why I use stuff like true tile is because like when you're running or moving in this game, your character is never where he visually is. Like you're always ahead of where your character looks like. So the tick counter I use in some places, not like, I don't look at it normally when I'm like playing the game, but like if I do need to look at it or tell what tick I'm on or whatever, it just updates, right? So like every time it'll just help me kind of identify what tick I'm on or when a tick is passed. Because there's some stuff, like most monsters, for example, like RuneScape kind of, it kind of gets a little bit cringe because there's a lot to it, but like for example, your prayers, which you can basically block all melee range or mage damage, right? And each monster attacks like with an attack speed. So like this monster here will always hit me like boom, and then he'll hit me boom, and then he'll hit me like again boom. I think this is what, 5 ticks, boom. You know, so you can flick your prayers. Yeah, it's basically just a metronome that counts the ticks on a 0.6 second cycle. I probably went too in depth explaining that there, but yeah, it just helps me out a little bit on certain areas of the game. Although I do need to bank here because I think we should probably do some Slayer, not gonna lie. We should probably do some Slayer, and the reason why we should do some Slayer is because we should get it like a demon task. If we get like a black demon or a greater demon task, it'll make grinding out these contracts just a lot more chill. So we'll get Cramjig gloves, and we'll get our defender. I'm still on a Zuck task, but I don't know if I'm going to actually do it right now, so we'll just we'll go to Moral Wreck. There's never too much information good. I like that little mindset. Well, I mean, I could go on for like days about RuneScape, like all the little intricacies, and I'm not even that good. Like I'm all right. I'm definitely not the worst player, but I'm nowhere near the best. Like I'm so far from the best of this game, but there's still like a lot to learn, a lot of little stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna reset this Inferno task because I do not feel like doing the Inferno right now, and I also should probably start building up some points. This right here is like the hardest thing to do in RuneScape, this Inferno place. I wouldn't say the hardest, but for most players it's like what they eventually work towards in the game is completing the Inferno. Okay, let's go to our Slayer Master and get a new task. Ooh, a rack sites. Heck yeah. Wait, that's amazing actually. Okay, Jagex wants to be very kind to me. Yeah, RuneScape's multiplayer. There's like 200,000 people playing at any time, so I mean it's a bigger game than like Path of Exile on a daily basis, than like PoE is on launch. There's like each of these are worlds, so there's free to play and there's members. Members cost like money. But the thing about members is that you don't have to buy membership with the real life money. You can kind of like do stuff in the game and make money and then buy membership with gold in game, and it's not too expensive. Like if you had like good gear, it'd probably take you 2 hours every 2 weeks to pay for your membership by doing stuff in game. But yeah, it's multiplayer. There's like 300 worlds. How many are there? I mean, it starts at, let's see, it starts at 301 and goes to 690. So there's 390 worlds. Each world is the exact same. It's just like different players and then different regions. So there's like Australian worlds, British worlds, UK worlds, Dutch worlds. There's West worlds like US West Coast, there's US East Coast. There's basically anything and everything on here that you could hope to have is on here. In terms of worlds, and then you can see the player count for each world. So these gray ones are free to play, so you don't need a membership to play on these. And you basically have access to like half the game free to play. So you don't have access to all the same items, but you have access to like half the skills, but like no access to some of the items. And then as you can see here, there's a member of the worlds. And if I organize it by population, like there's some worlds, let's see. Like there's multiple worlds with like thousands of players on them. 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, and that's just like the top 10, and then it goes down. There's like a special game mode out right now that everyone's been playing called Gridmaster. But one thing I will warn you, though, because like a lot of people don't really realize this all the time, but like RuneScape is a grind, and I don't know if that's something you're into, but it's a grind in the sense that everything that you do on RuneScape takes a long time. Like when you first start playing, you might go from like level 1 to 30 woodcutting in like an hour or two. But going from like 30 to 40 takes twice as long, and then 40 to 50, and like eventually you get to the point where like if I want to go get 97 herb lore, there's 99 levels to each skill. But if I wanted to get like 97 herb lore, it wouldn't take me too long, but it would take me like 10 hours. And then I'm playing a game mode where I have to get everything myself, and I can't trade or interact with other players. So it takes me even longer because I have to like get everything and then do it. But I mean, like a 99, for example, is 13.5 million XP or 13 million XP. So you'll see a lot of my skills I only have like 2 million XP in. Some of them might have more, but it's definitely a grind. Like to get any 99 in this game takes like a month or more. That's why it's kind of one of those games I was saying, though, that like you can never really beat it because just maxing a new character alone takes you like over a year. And then if you want to like get rich, like I've got, a few billion gold on this game. Like that took me several years to get to the point of having. Ugh. How did I pull this out of my bank? The noxious point. All right. And then this is the map of the game too. So it's a big, and each of these little icons is something you can do. So it's a big game. I mean, there's a desert. This is where you start. You start here in Lumbridge. And there's a couple quests, and like you can kill cows and goblins, but then you like start running around. There's a Grand Exchange where you can trade with other players. There's cities, there's quests, there's pretty much everything and anything. You can even like, let's say you are kind of like, you don't really like the game, because right now it looks kind of boring, the game. It's kind of pixelated, etc. I mean, you could turn on, like, if you use RuneLight, you can come here and change your settings, and let me just see if I can get this to pop up. But you can make it look pretty, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can make the game look good. I just don't play like this, because it's harder to play well. But yeah, it's really nice, and like it gives you something to do, or it gives me something to do at least in between while I'm doing other stuff. But yeah, you can make the game look even better than this too. This is like with the graphics plugin on, but with all the lowest settings possible in the game. And yeah, there's a lot of exploring, a lot to do. There's like a million mini games, quests. I mean, there's 174 quests. There's like 492 achievements. There's 614 combat tasks. There's 1,600 collection logs. And collection logs are like hard to get. Like these are like drops you can get from monsters. But like some of these might take you a week or hundreds of kills. And kills might take several minutes. So it's almost like every boss in this game is like, I don't know if you remember when I was playing PoE, like when I went like 1,000 dry for the Temporalis relic, and I never even got it at the end of the league. Like that's how RuneScape is, like all the time. Like you'll do some stuff like these raids I have. These raids take me an hour each, and as you can see, I have like 700 of these raids. And they don't take like an hour, they take like 30 minutes. So this is like 400 hours of raids, and I'm missing over half the items from the raid. You know what I'm saying? And these are like two really rare items. Like the Twisted Bow is like a 2 billion gold item. Um, but there's other times like where you get really lucky. Like as you can see here, I've done the same amount of Theater of Bloods as I have Chambers of Zarek, but I have 3 of the rarest item and 6 pets. Like these pets are really, really rare. They're like, most people get like 1 pet a year probably when they play. But yeah, I mean it's fun in my opinion. It depends on what you enjoy like when it comes to video games. Some things, some people don't like it. You can always play a main account to start. Like I play an Iron Man, which means it's kind of like solo self-found um on PoE. There's like SSF RuneScape, and there's like SSF Hardcore RuneScape where you can't die or you lose everything. Um, so you know, there's a bunch of different game modes. There's Group Iron Man where you can play with other people, but like you're an Iron Man, but you can trade with like 2 or 3 other people. So yeah, it kind of just comes down to what you enjoy. And then this is like, I play a group Ironman, so this is our group storage. This is like all the things I've shared with other people. So it's kind of like a guild stash on PoE. If you play group Iron, it's like a guild stash. And we pretty much have everything in the game, so we just share all of it. And that way we don't each need to have it, but like it's still nice for each of us to have stuff so that we don't have to trade as much. I need a Venator bow, I think. Where is the Venator bow, though? I wonder if... Oh. Venator bow. Okay, I have it. Oops. Pretty much like everything in RuneScape. Like, it's so hard to go for... You kind of just have to play the game, you know? Because it's so hard to go for items or, like, try to get rich or do anything. Like, that's the challenge. I started playing RuneScape, like, 20 years ago, you know? And I stopped playing like for like 18 years or 15 years. You know, I stopped playing for a long time, but when I came back, I've been playing for like 3 years. I don't know, since I came back, and yeah, I mean it has been a blast. I will say that much. Um. Yeah, only real ones will remember that I probably did more trials than anyone at the time other than Glitched, who I don't know, probably didn't even do as many as me, I don't know. But yeah, I mean I did, God, it wasn't 1,000, it was like 900 trials or 850 or something before I gave up. And I gave up, and then I still ran them, and then I gave up and I still ran them, and it was, oh my gosh, that was horrible. OGs. Like in 10 years, people will still be playing PoE too, and they just won't even know. Like they'll be like, "Wait, what? What did you do?" And I'll be like, "Of course I did." And they'll be like, "Nah, there's no way you did that." And I'll be like, "Yeah, I did." You know, I heard they made so many changes to the game. Like there's not even towers anymore. I don't think. Like it's basically PoE 2 is basically turning into a graphically updated PoE 1 at this point. Like it was like very bare bones at the beginning, but like I still read and keep up with some of the updates, and like the way I look at it is it's just like turning into a graphically updated PoE 1, especially with all the abyssal stuff. And yeah, everyone else was dropping them, bro. Everyone in the Discord got the freaking relic but me. Everyone, bro. Some people even got 2 relics, and they're like, bro, it's like my 20th kill, you know? And I'm sitting there like grinding, grinding. No one knows what the drop rate is, too. Like, that's the best part, is like, if you don't work for PoE, like, no one knew what the actual drop rate was. But it was probably like 1 in 250 or something, or 1 in 200. Maybe even a 1 in 100. I don't know. Maybe I just went 30 times dry and got really unlucky. Yeah, I really miss Path of Exile, I won't lie. Um, I loved the game. The only thing I didn't like about PoE was that my computer just wasn't really able to handle it, and because of that, I wasn't able to really push the game to where I wanted to push it to. Like, I wanted to be running 5-man, 150 deli, completely juice maps that costed like 100 divines to set up. Just hoping, like, even if I didn't make any money, or we didn't make any money, I just wanted to see how it would turn out. But yeah, it was a little bit rough, I'm not gonna lie, and I feel kind of bad because I haven't played in so long. But it's not like I'm just not playing to not play. It's like my computer just can't handle it at the moment, and especially with all the new Abyss stuff. And I know they fixed some of it. I will definitely. I'm gonna play PoE 1 though. I think like the next league comes out. Like what is it? Might already be out. I don't even know. It may or may not be. Okay, let's see. We need an anti-venom. Anti-venom extended plus. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play. I don't know. I enjoy PoE 1 too. I just always feel like it gets frustrating when there's players like I don't know. I don't like talking badly about other players, but there's just some players who have played for so long and have such a following that it makes it hard to play as your everyday user because everybody's just like spoon feeding them gear and builds and this and that. And it's just hard to catch up because everything goes up so much in price. So it's almost like you kind of have to play SSF, like not actually SSF, but I don't know. That's a dumb take though. Like I don't know. It's definitely a skill issue. I'm just not that good. I haven't played as long as other people, so there's a lot I don't know, and I struggle a little bit. I wonder if I should be doing these hard clue scrolls. Yeah, right? I mean, I died all the time, but at the end of the day, too, like, that's how you learn, you know, is by dying. Like, you gotta die to learn. I die so many times on RuneScape, it's, like, unfathomable. Yeah, I feel like it depends what game you play. Like, I met a lot of really good people on PoE. Honestly, I mean, there were definitely some toxic people. I'm lagging, I think. There were definitely some toxic people, but, like, I mean, some of the best people I met were just randomly on PoE. Like, God, what was it? Like, when I was doing trial carries or just, like, for Zao and stuff. You know, like, Zao was, oh my gosh, he was so fucking cool. I mean, everyone was cool. Everyone in my Discord was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to, like, cherry pick any one name. Like, everyone in my Discord was fucking super nice and cool. Yeah, bro, I feel like the highest level I could ever get to on PoE was, like, 97 on PoE 2, because it's just so hard. Like, you cannot die. You need to have such a goated computer or, like, a leveling setup with, like, friends. Which I did last league, but I started leveling and like at 97 last league with like 500% XP modifiers. It still takes like 100 maps to hit 98, which means it would also take, you know, it would take like 150 hours to hit, or 150 maps to hit 98, and then like 250 to 100. So I just kind of gave up because, you know, every map for me took like 10 minutes with how much my computer lagged, so it was just really rough. Yeah, That's what I'm saying. Everybody in that Discord is freaking awesome. And the most amazing thing too is like everybody's always helping each other out and stuff. Like I love when I get, because I have like, you know, notifications on, and I'll get like notifications and I look, and I don't even have to respond to stuff like 90% of the time. Sometimes I'll respond to stuff just to give my input or my feedback, but like most of the time, like, I mean, most of the people in the Discord are like smarter than me to begin with. I'm not gonna lie. Like Zhao, um, Gale, even like everyone was just smarter than me. It was crazy. I was just like a noob, you know. I played PoE and I wasn't terrible at it, but I was so new. But and even like on PoE 2 launch, I didn't really play like all of launch or whatever. I was late to like the launch of PoE 2. My friend got me into it, and I just ended up really liking it, and I really liked the trials, and I found out you can make some pretty good money doing trial carries, and I couldn't make money to build my character out of the first league. Honestly, like the very first league, I did some like budget minion build. I could not get it to work, so then I started trying to do other stuff, and it ended up working out a little bit. I really need some superiors on this task. Oh, I just got the Aranea boots. That's actually pretty sick. These are pretty rare, as you can see by the orange beam on the ground. Pretty rare drop to get. So that is pretty cool. What I really need though is superiors so I can get an imbued heart. That's kind of like another item I did not think I'd be getting for a while. Oh my gosh, we're getting way too many elks. Yeah, I feel like, you know, and a lot of people ask me how to make money on PoE, because I had a lot last league, like not a lot, but I had a decent amount for being someone who didn't know crafting and just played the game. And a lot of it, honestly, oh, here's a superior monster. You can tell because he's a big boy. And it says in the chat, but a lot of people, like, if you really want to be rich on PoE, your best bet, and this is kind of AIDS, is to, like, start playing the game like the second it comes out and just not stop playing it, because it's like that's half the battle of PoE is like not falling behind, right? But I'm glad to hear that you weren't hindered by lack of currency. I feel like the first and second leagues, it was just so hard for most players to make or have currency. There were so many players kind of screwing the market, and there still were players. Like, don't get me wrong, with even with the merchant updates and everything, there were a lot of people doing some really shady stuff, I guess you could put it, in terms of like there were people, you know, putting items in their shop like multiple times, but having the 10th one in like be worth 10 divines. You lost like 10 divines. You know, there's a lot of shady stuff, but I think they made some pretty good improvements and did some good stuff with the game. And it'll be fun, like, once I get a better computer to come back and play, like, for real. I don't know if I'll play as much as I did in point 2, but I'll definitely stream and still play, because the thing is, I played like so much in point 2 that it was just, oh my gosh, it was rough. I mean, I was playing like 12 hours a day and it was just too much. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. That's what I'm talking about. Like, people were really joshing everybody, you know? I should have brought a bracelet of slaughter, actually. I should probably go get one now that I think about it. Okay, we got another superior. This is perfection. We're hunting like one of the rarest items in the game from the superior too. Been hunting this item for, I mean, I haven't been, but people in my group have been hunting this item for like over a year. 2 years even. This item is so rare. It's called an imbued heart. You can get another item too called an eternal gem that's like the same drop rate, but it's useless. I mean, it's not useless, but it kind of is. I got a bank here, so we are going to grab as much loot as we can and then bank. Well, the thing is, they made crafting, I don't want to say they made it easy, but so many people on YouTube were making videos on how to craft. So, like, a lot of people figured out how to craft, you know, and then they added a lot of just crafting utility and just items in general that made it pretty enjoyable, actually, to craft. Crafting in point 2 and point 1 were just so, like, it was just chaos spam and hope for a good result. And I'm not going to lie, like, that's probably cheaper to, or at least the last time I played, it was still cheaper to chaos spam than to do all the abyssal stuff. It was just faster to do the abyssal stuff. And a little bit more guaranteed so people weren't getting as frustrated. Yeah, I've seen a lot of the videos. I mean, you could definitely still link me some or put them in the Discord, and I'll check them out. I haven't really played PoE, but I still watch a lot of PoE stuff here and there. I get a headache some of it. Like, there's some people I just can't watch. Not to be toxic to them at all, but I just can't watch them. I just get annoyed when I watch their videos because, like, some of the stuff they're saying is just stolen information, and they're just not giving credit, which always frustrates me. I don't know. It's a dumb little rant to have, but there's a lot of videos I do watch, a lot of information I've learned with the homogenizing and everything, like how to craft your own weapon, wands, etc. I do see some shorts still. I get recommended some shorts still. Like, I got recommended one the other day that was kind of frustrating because it was someone who spent like 10 divines and they crafted a wand and then claimed it was worth like 700, and it was only like 50% crit chance. And I mean, you guys see me, like, you guys watched me craft a wand last league that was like perfect, and I couldn't even sell it for like 250 divines, so I just never sold it. So it's like, and I don't know, maybe more people are just playing that build or something, but I see so many clickbait videos like, watch me craft this 900 divine wand. Yeah, I hoard everything too. That's like the best way to do it. Hoard everything, never sell anything, and then when you go to craft something, you're like, holy cow, I have this, I have that, and then you're just golden, you know? I hate selling stuff, especially with a bad computer. I mean, it's not as bad with the merchant, but like, I hated selling stuff last league. I really only ever sold items that were worth like over 100 divines. Anything else, I mean, like, obviously 10, 20 divines also, but like, if an item was worth like half a divine or 1 divine, I just like would rather just either delete it or just not bother with it. I don't know. Yeah, 5 minutes. See, that's what I'm saying. 5 minutes of nonsense. Let's see. What do we need? Oh, yeah, we need slaughter bracelets. We're just going to grab 2 of these since one's about to break. We'll have to make more of these eventually, because I really should be using these on, like, every task that I do. I just don't. Oh, I should have also brought an extended anti-venom, but the thing is that still have 4 minutes of anti-venom, and I don't feel like wasting a spider cave teleport yet. So I might have to bank again, so we'll just hold out. He has so many runes from these little Araxites. Love this. I don't need these air runes, so we'll drop these. I may as well grab these Limp-Word seeds. Screw it. Hopefully I can get like one more superior before the task is over. We'll be chilling. I probably should go kill a bigger Axor. At least for some kills. I don't want to go like too crazy with it, but probably should. My brace is gonna break on the next successful use. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to break the bracelet because or bank, I mean, not break. What am I saying? Bank the bracelet? What am I even saying? We have to bank soon because I don't have anti-venom anymore, and these, I thought these gave 15 seconds, not 4 seconds of immunity. 4 seconds of immunity is not very pog, I'll be honest. We'll just, we'll go until, oh my gosh, I'm getting so many venom sacks. We'll go until the cannon runs out of ammo, so like 45 more shots. kind of hope I don't get a superior, though, before I leave. I don't really want to do a superior with no anti-venom. Okay, I kind of thought that red message there was a superior message, but we're chilling. Alright. Is there a passive tree for RuneScape? No, it's basically just boils down to like you log in and you're in Lumbridge and all your skills are level 1 and you go through a tutorial where like it'll kind of teach you the basics of like mining, wood cutting, but like you start off, you catch some fish, you cook them, and that's like food, you know, and then you mine some ore like some copper and some tin and you smelt it into bronze with smithing, and then you smith some armor and some weapons with that. And then you get like a bow and some arrows for range and some runes for magic, and that's about all it is. And then like as you progress throughout the game, you'll do quests that unlock new spell books, but most of it is pretty linear. Like, you know, you start off and you can use bronze and iron weapons and whatnot. And then, you know, as you level up, you can use higher level stuff, and then eventually you get to the end game, right? So, like, most of this stuff you can make, right? This black, mithril, adamant, rune, so a lot of this you can make as you level up. But then as you go up in level, like, most of this stuff you have to get from a boss, like these items. And most of this stuff is, like, some of these, like, this scythe is the best melee weapon, and it comes from a raid, and same with this fang is also the best melee weapon. But like all these other options are really good, they're just not as good as the scythe or the, you know, whatever. Some of them are multiple boss grinds, like this Void Waker, you have to kill 3 different bosses and get pieces from each one and then make it, and it's a good special attack, you know, weapon. But yeah, there's no like passive tree that influences how the game works. There is like prayers that you could activate that cause you to do more damage or interact with how the game is played. Um, yeah, it's really just your skills and what weapons or armor you're using. So like most of what I have on right now is pretty much the best of what I can get it to be, because it's just I have pretty much everything in the game. Um, So this is like Masori is like you get this from a raid, and then you have to fortify it using pieces of armor from a God Wars dungeon boss, which is it's not like a hard boss, but it's an annoying boss because it just does a lot of damage. Yeah, yeah, it's a lot of resource gathering and management, at least for irons. Like if you're not an iron, you can basically do anything to make money, and then you can go buy what you want from the Grand Exchange, and you never have to level any of your skills if you don't want to, apart from doing quests. Because like some quests have requirements on them, like Song of the Elves, for example, is a quest that unlocks like a little mini dungeon raid, and that one has like you need like level 70 farming, wood cutting, you know, smithing, mining, even maybe, I don't know. But you need level 70 and a bunch of skills for that quest. But like if you don't want to do, you know, quests or whatever, like most of the gear in the game you can just buy if you have the money for it. And you can make money doing anything in RuneScape. Like obviously you're not going to make money level 1. It might take you a year to start making money, or a few months at the least. You're going to have to train your combat skills up and then go kill a boss. But like you go kill these wilderness bosses, for example. These are pretty low level. It's just annoying because they're in multi-combat areas, so you can die doing them to other players and lose all your stuff. Um, so the RuneScape has a wilderness where there's PvP enabled. So like everywhere in the map you're safe, but if you're in this little area up here called the wilderness, you will basically not like this whole dark area on the map. Anyone within your combat bracket can attack you and try to steal your stuff, right? But there's a lot of bosses in the wilderness that you can make a lot of money from if you kill, and you don't really need anything to kill them. Like, they're pretty weak. Like Vedion, for example, you don't really need anything to kill this guy. And it's, you can make, like, I don't know, 5 mil per hour. But you gotta be, like, 70 attack and 70 strength and have, like, a dragon mace, which means you probably need, like, Legends quest done or something. Or Champions quest, I don't know. So it's definitely, like, a grind to get to that point. But once you get to that point, you can make money doing whatever you want and then buy whatever you want on a main account. Main account just refers to an account that's not restricted. Like, I play on an iron, so if I try to trade someone right now, which, this is Edgeville. This is, like, right next to the wilderness. So the wilderness is, you know, right here. Why is my draw distance so bad? It's normally not this bad. Maybe it's just because I turned 117 on, and 117 has, like, infinite draw distance, so. But if I come here, like, you can see there's a bunch of players here at the Grand Exchange. These are all players. Normally you can trade with people, but as you can see, it says you are a group Ironman. You can only trade with members of your group. But normally you can trade with people, and then in the Grand Exchange, you can buy or sell stuff. Now, obviously, I can't use the Grand Exchange since I'm an iron. But normally this says buy or sell, and then you can buy or sell anything that you have. So, like, this Masori body, for example, if I examine it, it's worth 71 mil. Which isn't even that much compared to what it used to be worth. It used to be worth, God. Used to be worth, like, 150 mil. But like this Venator bow, for example, I think this is, like, yeah, 60 mil. There's some items that are more than others. So, like, I have a scythe, a shadow, and technically a twisted bow, but not really. But as you can see, the scythe is 1.4 billion gold. So 1.4 bill is a lot. Like, you could buy, like, 6 years of membership with 1.4 bill. This membership is only 15 mil. But that's what I was saying earlier. Like, you technically don't even have to pay for membership if you don't want to. If you play the game enough, you can make enough to pay for the membership as you go, because it's, like I said, it's only about 15 mil, and there's a lot of things you can do to make, like, 5 mil an hour that aren't too bad. You know, you can go kill Dagonoth Kings. Those are pretty easy to kill, and you can make, like, 5 mil an hour off those guys, which, if you did it for 3 hours, a membership bond lasts 2 weeks. So if you did it for 3 hours every 2 weeks, you would never have to pay real life money to get your membership rolling. But you'd have to, you know, pay for membership for a while to get to the point of being able to self-sustain it. I pay for it because it's like, I support the game, so I may as well. It's like $10 a month. That way you get to keep all your gold and stuff too. But where are we going? Spider Cave. What is Pankatsko? You'll meet a lot of players too on RuneScape just doing random stuff. Like, most of the people I met where I was killing a boss and there was someone else there killing it with me or something. And, you know, you just meet a lot of cool people that way. Our Bracelet of Slaughter is going a little bit too hard here, which is no bueno. No bueno at all. Yeah, RuneScape is definitely chill. There's definitely sweaty players on the game. Like, I can be very sweaty depending on what I'm doing. But it's very chill, and it's very, a lot of it is AFK, like wood cutting, for example. Like, chances are you're not going to be chopping trees while you're, like, doing nothing else with your life. Like, chances are if you have a job or something, like, you're going to be chopping trees, like, on your phone. Because you get, like, a 10-minute, on the computer it's 25 minutes, but on your phone it's 5 minutes. You get, like, 5 minutes before you get logged out. So some people will, like, chop trees and stuff. They do a lot of stuff AFK, right? So, like, what I'm doing right now, obviously, I can't really be AFK for because I got to keep attacking these guys and refilling my cannon up. And this is Slayer. Like, Slayer is basically you're assigned a monster to kill and you go kill the monster. That's about all there is to Slayer. But, yeah, you basically just, like... it's just a blast, you know? It's really chill 90% of the time. There's no stress, nothing, and... there's a million things to do, and it's almost like a dopamine rush, I want to say, from just, like, doing stuff, because it's, like, that reward. Most things take so long, or I don't want to say so long, but, like, you could probably beat, like, Diablo 3, like, in the time it takes you to do, like, one thing on RuneScape, and there's, like, a million things to do, like, just as a comparison. It's not even Diablo 3, it's like any game. You could beat most games in, like, a tenth of the time it takes to do anything on RuneScape, which is, like I said, it's a grind, you know, but it's a chill grind, and the game's been out forever, so it's not something that I would really say you have to, like, worry about, like, putting a lot of time into it and then it not, you know, being there tomorrow. The game's been around for, at this point, 23 years. It's still going strong, at least old school is. I wouldn't play RuneScape 3. It's a lot more complex. It's basically point and click WoW. But old school is, like, very simplified and chill and just, you know, it's a good time. Although I will say $10 might be wrong. I think they upped their membership. It might be 12 or 15 per month. I don't really know. Well, like I said, once you play it for, like, 6 months to a year, you don't have to pay for it if you don't want to, because you'll be making enough money to not really worry about it. Ooh, another superior. Can I get a, imagine I got an imbued heart here. How crazy would that be? An imbued heart, by the way, these monsters, like, just to give you an idea of RuneScape, like, these monsters that I'm killing, these spiders, every 150 of them, I'm expected to see one of these big guys. And these big guys have a 1 in 300 chance of dropping an item I'm looking for. So, and it's a bit lower than that. It's like 1 in 220. So, basically, I'm expected to kill, like, what is it? A lot of these guys before... Ooh, I did not mean to use my anti-venom there. Before I see what I'm looking for. Like, there we go. Another kill, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I've only killed, like, 10 of these, and I've been doing this for, like, a week. And I could kill 290 more, but it's like, it might not be 290, it could be 1,000 more. Like, it could be the next kill, or it could be 1,000 kills more, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's kind of the beauty of it, I guess, is that you never know, and it's always a surprise, so it's kind of always like a dopamine rush. It's not something where you can be like, oh yeah, if I put an hour into it, I'll get it. Like, you could put 100 hours, you could put 10,000 hours into it. The only thing that's certain is that you might get it next kill, but you probably won't. I guess. I'm even using an item that makes it so that, because I can only really I can only get those big guys when I kill these guys on task, so I have to be, like, assigned to kill them from the Slayer Master, but I'm only assigned to kill, like, 150 of them at a time, right? So I'm using an item that makes it so I can kill them for longer, but yeah, it's rough. Oh Like I only have 9 left, 7 left, and then once, and just to get these guys is like a 1 in 30, right, out of a task, or it might be less than that. So I'm battling a 1 in 30 to get this task, and then a 1 in 150 to see the monster that can drop it, and then like a 1 in 225 to actually get it from that monster. You know what I'm saying? So it's like on average, it is more hours to get one item on RuneScape than yeah, 1 million kills later. I mean, it's not that bad. Like, most people don't go that dry. Obviously, you've got a lot of people doing it. But there's some people who put thousands of hours into stuff and don't get what they're looking for, especially pet hunters. Pets are the rarest item in the game. They're super hard to find. So, like, there we go. I got a Slayer task completed, and this is done. I'm going to have to alch some items in my inventory because I don't have any room to pick my cannon back up. So, like, from that Slayer task, I got a bunch of runes. I got, you know, 100,000 gold just from this inventory. Probably like 500,000 total. But not every Slayer task is like that, especially when you start out. I pick my cannon up, make sure we looted all the good stuff. Grab these cosmic runes here. Runes you use to, like, cast spells and stuff. Get all these spells. This is like one of 4 spell books, I think. But we can go back here to our Slayer Master and get another task and see what he's got for us. Oh no, man. I mean, I could skip this, but I just don't feel like doing Zuck, man. So, AIDS. Whatever. We'll kill some Zuck or something. I get such a headache when I have to kill this boss, because you have to lock in for this boss. This is like something you have to be sweaty with, because if you don't, you die. And it's like an hour, and if you die, you have to start over. I can just skip it if I want to. Like, it's not like I have to do this, but it's really good. I got to get to level 95 Slayer to finish out something I'm working for, so I'm trying to get to 95 Slayer, and we already finished all the, like, tasks for this, or achievements. How big is the download for RuneScape? It's not big at all. Like, on a phone, it's probably like 1 gigabyte. On the computer, it's probably also like 1 gigabyte. It's not very intensive at all. But I would get RuneLite. So you basically get a client, then you make an account. Like, it's like 1 gigabyte. It's very, very small, very, very lightweight. Let me just double check that though. Okay, RuneScape is about 8 gigabytes, and the mobile version requires about 4 gigabytes. So it is bigger than I thought. But that's RuneScape 3, actually. That's RuneScape 3. Let me check, because you want to play old school. I mean, you can play RuneScape 3 if you want. It's the same game. It's just a lot more modernized. Okay, so it says about 8 gigabytes for old school as well. Old school is what everyone plays. They kind of ruined RuneScape. It would be like them. It would be like GGG ruining PoE 2, or like Blizzard ruining Diablo 4. So everyone just decided to play the original instead, which is what happened with RuneScape. Like, RuneScape 3 only has like 10,000, 20,000 people playing it at a time. RuneScape, old school RuneScape, has like 200,000. And the reason why old school RuneScape has so many is that it's just everyone prefers it. It's a lot more simple. It's just more chill. It's kind of like the game at its fundamental core, essentially. But yeah, it's a very small, lightweight game. It's not hundreds of gigabytes or tens at all. Oh, I had my dink off. So I didn't. These guys didn't see that I got the. Um. Did we even get Sire points for that last task? We did 37 points. I mean, I could technically just skip it and get points for it. I think that works. Alrighty. Oh, I don't even feel like I can log in for this, man. I'll be right back. I gotta get some coffee. I'm just sitting here thinking about Zook. I don't even feel like doing it. But I may as well. I need like 2 more KC anyways. I need to get to like 10 KC just to have it look nice. Alright. I've kind of returned. I'm lagging really bad though. Might have to end the stream. Not 100% certain, but I might have to. We'll see though. I should be fine. We'll just go with the one setup for the Inferno. Because I don't feel like messing around with too much stuff right now. Uncharge the Venator bow, and we will put it back in the bank. Why is Face It trying to open? Like, I did not try to open Face It. What the heck? Come in here and pull some more prairie gens out of storage. I don't have that many prairie gens left, so I have to kind of be careful actually in terms of how much I'm using going forward. Yeah, RuneLight is like the companion program that you want to use. It's basically a client that you download. It's called RuneLight, and it just has a lot of plugins and extra features on it. And you don't have to use any of them, but like as you play RuneScape more and more and more, eventually people are going to start saying like, "Hey, maybe you should use this plugin for this reason," you know? And you don't have to use it if you don't want to, but if you do want to and you think it'll help you out, you can use it, especially for mini games and stuff. Like a lot of the mini games just become a lot less brain on if you use RuneLight. RuneLight also has like a quest helper and all this other stuff. So if you ever get stuck on a quest, you can use something like RuneLight. Like let me see if I can get it to pop up on here. I can't. It's kind of weird because my whole client doesn't show up. I mean, if you ever had questions, I could show you, but bunch of plugins. Yeah, I would recommend to turn the GPU plugin on. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. You don't really need it. If you have issues with your game ever, you can turn GPU on. It'll make it more stable. Let's see here. Okay, I think we have everything we need. I do need to change my spellbook, and I need to make sure I have all the right stuff. Okay, so we're going to Ancient Spellbook. And we're going to grab some dragon arrows, although it doesn't matter what arrows we use. And let's check the blowpipe. We have rune darts in there, which we probably want dragon darts. Let's see, where even are they? I would definitely advise though, if you're gonna start playing RuneScape, like don't skip through Tutorial Island or anything. Just like kind of take your time with it, you know, chill, read the tutorial, and then once you finish the tutorial, which it doesn't take long, you know, it's like an hour-long thing, you can kind of get an idea of whether or not you're gonna like it and keep playing. You don't have to keep playing if you don't want to, but you know, I would recommend then kind of just having fun and doing what you want. I wouldn't really follow too many guides, like unless you get stuck on something. Like let's say you try to do a quest. Like most things, there's a lot of things like you'll see on the map, like quest icons, etc. But like you'll know it, like it'll tell you if you can do them or not when you talk to the NPC, and then just other stuff. But like pretty much everything as a low level can be done in Lumbridge. Like there's like level 2 goblins here to kill for strength, attack, defense, range, magic XP. There's fishing spots down here. Low level fishing spots. There's low level mining spots. There's you know, there's pretty much everything and anything that you could think of. And then like as you level up and get more progress on your account, you'll start working your way towards some of the other areas, you know. But there's a lot of quests you can do too, like that'll help you. So like let's say you don't want to level to 40 attack and strength, because 40 attack and strength can be kind of annoying to get to with bronze weapons. You can go do the waterfall quest, which is a quest that gives you like a ton of attack and strength XP and it has no requirements. Or you could do Vampire Slayer, which is another quest. You do have to kill a strongish monster at the end of it, but you get a bunch of attack XP from Vampire Slayer. Alright. Let's pray God that we do not absolutely get obliterated here. That would be ideal. This right here is like the hardest thing to do in RuneScape. Or not the, like I said, not the hardest, but it's one of the hardest. It's called the Inferno, and it's basically like 68 waves of monsters and then a boss you have to fight. But you can't, what you bring in is all you get, and you can't die, and so you have to be very conservative with your supplies and just have a strong understanding of what's going on, or some understanding, not necessarily a strong one, but... Okay, I think my rune pouch is good, right? So we should be able to set my auto cast to Ice Barrage. For now, I like to use Ice Barrage auto cast in the early waves and then change it up later. We're going to Pray Preserve, drink our Bastion, drink our Prayer Regen, drink our Stamina. Those are pre-pots, essentially. We don't actually need this other Stamina there anymore. We'd probably bank 2 of these for like per pots also, because, yeah. And now we just go into the Inferno. Ooh. Actually, we don't just go into the Inferno. We're going to pull out our Vambraces. Wait, it's the Confliction Gauntlets I don't have. I don't know if I should re-pot off of that. Screw it, we're just going to go. Oh yeah, that's right. Oops. It does that. It's my stream and then my client. Whenever I resize it or change it, it gets all messed up. It's kind of annoying, but we got it fixed. All right, yeah. So this is the Inferno. So I jump in here. Once you do this once, you can get Slayer tasks for it, which are kind of nice because it just gives you damage and accuracy boost, so it's easier and you get a lot of XP from doing it. So like if you're trying to train Slayer, it's usually pretty good to go for. I have like 10 FPS right now though, which is a little bit concerning. That wave should have only taken like 5 seconds. Should have just killed all of them. So now we start getting some more challenging waves, like we're going to get blob waves now. But it's basically, it just gets harder and harder, and you have to be like very conservative with your supplies, or you basically will just run out. The first like 30 waves are pretty easy. It starts getting a lot harder. Now we're gonna start getting meleeers. Why are my prayers so messed up? Oh, it's because I got Mystic Vigor or whatever, so it, like shifted them all over by one. That's so weird. Kind of just brain off doing this right now. So I do not want to be doing this. I think we get double melees now, right? Something like that. We've already used 2 sips of prayer pot. Like, that's so much, honestly, for where we are. I'm just misclicking these melees too, like, so bad. Now we get a chiller wave. Not really much that happens on that wave. Now we get rangers. And the rangers are pretty easy until we get rangers with majors, which is like wave 48, 50. Now we get rangers with blobs. Oh my god, that hurts. See, I made one mistake already and I got like a 50. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh yeah, these aren't even like nearly the tankiest monsters. We have to fight like a really hard boss at the end too. And I'm only 22, like, and you can see it says my predicted time, which the predicted time is actually not too inaccurate. It's pretty close. I did forget to reuse the prayer regen a long time ago, as well as my bastion pot, which is unfortunate. Let's see where the ranger's at. I think those rangers are just gonna get dragged in. Oh, he's not. Okay, so right here. There's a few really deadly waves in the Inferno. I don't know if you haven't noticed, or if you have noticed yet, but basically in the Inferno, there's these blobs, and they alternate their attacks based on what you're praying. So, like right there, for example, I just got hit by that blob kind of hard. And I also got hit there a little bit hard. So the really deadly waves are when you have like multiple blobs on top of like multiple of these monsters, and then on the later waves you're gonna have majors with rangers all hitting you. So like we're just about at like one of the first hard waves, which isn't even really that hard of a wave. It's just like one of the first waves that starts getting like a little bit iffy. So yeah, this is the wave right here where And, like, if at any point in time there I got hit by both these guys at the same time, I had a pretty high chance of dying. The ranger and the melee, because both of them hit, like, 50s. Yeah, it's, I mean, I don't know if you've seen, but I got hit, like, a 50 right there by the melee, and then it's, like, the ranger can also hit a 50, so I had to, like, off-tick them, which basically means I had to step under the melee there. And the reason why I step under the melee is that, the reason I step under the melee is so that, come on, die, man, is to put them on a different tick, because they were both hitting me at the same time. You can only pray against one of them at the same time, and if you pray against them, you just are in a better spot. So, like, right here, I can do this weird tech called phantom barraging, where I get multiple barrages off on a dead NPC because of the travel time of the last barrage, and we're, like, back at full health again. So it's just like a little, oh my god, we are screwed. I did not kill the nibblers that wave. And this pillar, okay, this is the other thing about the Inferno, is I'm running behind a lot of these pillars to safe spot stuff. Which I'm sure you've seen. Okay, please kill them all. That should kill them all, actually. But you can't really lose all the pillars, because then you have nothing to hide behind, you know? And you don't want to lose all your pillars that you're not using early, because then later on you're kind of screwed. And we lost a lot of time on that wave too, just from everything that really happened right there, so... The later waves start getting, like, a little bit more fun. So, like, right here we have a double ranger wave, so I'm a little bit, like, I'm not full health, so I can, because there's only rangers, I can just kind of stand in the middle of the room here. Gotta kill these blobs, or the nibblers. We don't want them eating the pillars. Didn't kill this one, we'll kill it. But yeah, it gets confusing, because, like, I only technically need to have my prayer on for 1 tick to protect against these rangers. And they're on a 4-tick cycle, which gives me 3 ticks to pray against anything and everything else in the room, as long as I can try to make sure that everything's on a different tick, you know? So now we get, we're basically done with all the waves. Every time you get a double of something, it means that you're done with that part of the wave. So, like, right here... what we get is we're going to start getting majors now, which is something we need to be careful for, because majors can be very, very deadly as well. We also need to reset another potion. But yeah, majors are the most deadly thing by far in the Inferno. If you get hit off prayer from a major, it deals, like, anywhere. I don't know their max hit, but it's almost like gonna hit you from, like, a 30 to a 70, pretty much guaranteed. Like, almost certainly guaranteed you're gonna get hit very, very hard. So just something you have to watch out for and be ready for. And then there's stuff too. So, like, majors can resurrect anything in the Inferno. So we're gonna try to kill everything that's not a nibbler last, right? Everything that's not a nibbler, we're going to kill last, or try to at least. You know, some waves you'll see me just brute force it, maybe kill everything and then kill the major if I don't feel like off-taking or setting up some weird pattern, just because I'm sort of just chilling right now, right? I don't want to, like, really push it. I don't even want to say push it, I just don't want to sweat right now. I just want to kind of chill on this task. Now these little bats, they attack with range, right? So just something to keep out for. They attack with range, so we want to try to either safe spot them. They have a short attack range, so I can do stuff like this, right? The bats can see me right now, but I can stand on this tile and they can't actually attack me because I'm out of their attack range. right? But these are like the only things, really. No way, Little Bunny just messaged me and said something so vulgar like that. I'm just in a blood barrage to heal up off this guy because I ran around the corner not praying mage, which means I lost like half my health. As you can see, that major just hit me for like a 70, so a little bit unfortunate, not gonna lie that happened, but it happened. There's not much we can do about it. We're chilling. Haha. Hey, Little Bunny. I'm streaming right now. Ooh. No, I don't think so. I wouldn't risk it though. Yeah, I'm just doing some cheeky little inferno right now. You know, we're just getting some KC for the boys. Currently on wave 38. What are you up to? Oh. I don't really try to do that in the morning. No. I wish. Yeah, I mean, I've had that. I've had that before. I haven't actually done it. You know what I'm saying? Not that cool. Oh yeah, 10 times out of 10. I'm a man of God, bro. I'm a man. I'm a man of God. Why did I kill this major last? What the heck? Why did no one tell me not to kill the major last? And then I got meleeed at 32. Okay, whatever. Very unlucky gameplay coming out from GIM Dick Radiator. Why do you have a long drive tonight? Bro, I am. I will when I finish this Zuckerino yet, or when I kill the Zuckerberg of the Zucker. What did he join to say? Why? You could talk about his mom. Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Oh my god, please die. No. No, fucking took me 45 blowpipes to kill the meleeer, and the nibblers were just munching on the turret the whole fucking time. Oh my god, and then I missed a fucking perflick. No way. How do I do this? Anyways, you don't know what to talk to him about? Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's totally understandable. I'll tell you what, though, what is not understandable here is I will probably die here. Please. Okay. This is looking very promising. We have done it. We brute force the blobber. No! I swear to God. Oh my gosh. Hey. You died like 10 times already, bro. What'd you die to? You can't just run to Brock. The Dark Wizards will screw you. You died to like goblins or the tutorial or... 10 times. Oh, if you were doing what I... Oh, you would have died 10 times. Yeah, probably. I mean, it's a learning experience, you know? I'm not even that good at this. I'm pretty fucking awful at the Inferno, I'm not gonna lie. Compared to some people. There's people who've done this thousands of times. I've only done this... I mean, I've died a bunch here, but I've really only finished it like 10 times on the real game mode. This is not very optimal, by the way, to kill the major last ever. Like, I think ideally I would have just off-ticked the major, one-ticked flick, but I would have had to flick melee too, so I just didn't want to do it. And we can heal off this blob too. Every time you have a blob back there by the pillar, like, you can always heal off of it and you're chilling. I was replying to someone on stream. Oh my god, now I stepped down the blobs to hit me. Nice. I have to AFK for an hour now. Well, cause I just got fucking taken to 10 health. Please.
Dying on my hard
What?
completed.
Oh my fucking god, bro. What are the odds of that? Like, what? I just got hit by a fucking 70 by a major, bro. I accidentally clicked out from the pillar and got one shot. Like, what? From full fucking health. I didn't even know the majors could hit that hard. I thought they capped at like 65. Oh! I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna have to just jump in here and fucking run out. I'll tell you that much. I'm not going back in there. I was way too deep to do it again. Way too fucking deep, bro. Way too deep. Better luck next time, Jalite. No way it counts as me failing the task if I leave. What? I thought I'd get Slayer points. I don't get Slayer points if I die? Because I've never been on a streak when doing this before. I was actually on a streak there, and looks like we're not streaking anymore. Your new task is to kill the Whisperer. How many would you like to slay?
Hello? How many would you like to slay?
Bollocks. God, I hate the Whisperer too, man. This is all just, it's all downhill now. It's all downhill. It's alright. We go next, bro. We don't worry about Dust at the Inferno. We go to the next task, and I just wanted to get to 10 KC. I figured, you know, I could go for it, but we're stuck there. No way, Rads is logged in. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm gonna turn the stream off there for a little bit, though. We're gonna go do some Slayer, and I'll see you guys later. I will be live later or mañana. Take a little break. Alright, peace out. Thanks for tuning in.